My name's Bryson.
My name's Mike.
Yeah, let's go Mets!
And
Welcome to Mets Garage.
All right, so let's break down our series with the Red Sox here. We're sitting at 1-2 right now.
Yep.
Bryson, Michael Wacha.
Wow, Michael Wacha in his Mets debut had a very good outing. He pitched 5 innings, had 5 hits off of him, and 1 earned run. And he also had 4 strikeouts and 1 walk. That's a pretty good start in my opinion. I mean, we got him from the Cards in a 1-year contract, and it was amazing.
Great stat line, no doubt about it. He's a great acquisition. Looking forward to seeing more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Shreve, 2 innings, 1 hit, 1 earned run. Not bad at all. Looking good.
Definitely.
Comes in, does his job. Bryson?
Yeah, so Shreve, he pitched 2 innings with the Cards in 2019. And so now he's really getting his debut, you know?
Yeah, 2 innings with the Cards. I don't really know what happened in those 2 innings, but we got him, and he's looking good.
Yeah.
All right. Familia. Okay, so he comes in the 8th. He gives up 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 walk, 0 strikeouts. You know, not really what we wanted to see, but I have to say, he struggled a little bit with his control. He was down in the zone. He was following a plan, obviously following a plan. He just wanted to keep the ball low and keep it out of a sweet spot. I feel like he was effective at doing that. He just has to bring it up a little bit more, gain a little bit more confidence in his fastball, and be able to locate.
For sure, I think that some of those low pitches looked really good. But overall, not the best game for Familia, but it was all right.
Yeah. You know, okay, Bryson.
So his control for Familia, it was kind of off. And as you were saying, the pitches were kind of low, but he kept it out of the plate for the most part.
Yeah. All right, so I agree. So let's move on to Lugo. Lugo was impressive. You know, he did what Lugo does. He pitched for 1 inning, 0 hits, 1 strikeout, and 0 walks. Typical Lugo. He's like a robot, thank God.
Yeah. I mean, he's really just like Superman out there. He just comes in and does his job, and that's more than we could ask for.
No doubt. So we had a few home runs, huh?
Yeah, we did. Conforto had a home run. Pete Alonso had his first home run out of spring training and the summer season. This was his first home run.
Yes, thank God.
Thank the Lord. And Dominic Smith. Not many people would have expected that, but honestly...
11th rounder from 2013.
Yeah, he batted .282 in 2019 for the Mets.
That's right.
And the Mets take that one 7-4, and the damage definitely was done.
On Osich and Springs, right? I think
Yeah.
Osich pitched 1 inning and gave up 5 earned runs. Or actually, the 2 of them combined for 5 earned runs?
Yeah, it was just... The Red Sox really couldn't get anything going during that game, and their pitchers did not help.
That's right. So the damage was done. We get a win out of it, 7-4. Let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets.
Okay, let's move on to Game 5. So game 5, Mets take a win, 8-3. Mets score early in the 2nd inning, which is real nice. Right?
Yeah, and Peterson had an incredible MLB debut. 5 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. Sure, the hits, that was a good amount of hits, but I'd say he had a pretty good debut.
I would say so too. I mean, he looked like a veteran out there. When he struggled, he worked his way out of it. He had good control of his pitches for the most part. I think he had a lot of poise out there, so I'm really encouraged by what I saw today in Peterson.
Yeah, it's kind of inspiring.
Yeah. And then we had Smith, Wilson, and Betances and Strickland all looking good, doing their jobs, combining for the rest of the game to keep it to keep the score low on the other side.
Yeah.
Right?
And wow, J.D. Davis, he finally got the home run he deserved. I mean, I've been talking to you about this for the last couple of days.
Right. That's right.
And a couple games before, J.D. Davis had a home run, but they didn't count it, and they didn't even look at it. They didn't even look at the play.
Which one are we talking about? I think there was one where he hit a home run and somebody robbed him, went over the fence
Yep.
for it. That was the first one. And then the second one was
It was a
what
home
you're
run.
talking about. The officials didn't even look at the tape or anything. They just called it a foul ball, and it turns out later on, after looking at it, it was actually a fair ball. He should have been credited with that home run. So now he finally gets his third home run, which is his first, and that must have felt good for him.
Yeah, it must have felt very good.
All right. So the Mets go to they win 8-3. Mets connected on their hits, unlike the Red Sox, who left quite a few men on base. There was some timely hitting. We love to see that. Again, you know, I'm all about line drives and doubles and singles and not swinging for the fences, hitting for average. And I think that was a problem for a number of years for the Mets. But we have a really good crew that can hit for average now.
Yep.
And let's do that. We need more of that.
So now the Mets are at a record of 3-2 on the season.
That's right.
So Game 6, this is now at Citi Field. The past 2 games were at Fenway Park.
Funny though, you know, we get 2 wins on the road.
Yeah.
I think that was a recurring theme last year, that we won a lot of games on the road.
I believe it was.
So we take it home now.
So during Game 6, it's deGrom starting again, and I think we all thought that the Mets would win this one in a landslide. I don't know if that's just me, Mike.
I tend to agree with you, Bryson. You know, deGrom, he's as solid as a rock. You expect him to win when he gets in there. He keeps the score low. He did that. He wasn't quite as effective as he normally is. He pitched for 6 innings. He was typical deGrom until about the 4th inning. Although I'll say he was having just a little bit, you could see a little bit of, problems locating on certain pitches. But then in the 4th inning, he comes undone a little bit because there were 2 pass balls, 2 wild pitches, and you don't normally see that from deGrom. I think that was there's a correlation to Rivera on that one, and that one, those wild pitches might be on Rivera a little bit. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that Rivera seemed very sluggish that game, and deGrom only had 2 wild pitches in the entire season last year. Now that he has 2 in 1 game, I mean, that can't just be a coincidence. I don't think that the catcher was ready to be with a pitcher just like deGrom, because
I think Rivera was a little sluggish. I tend to agree with you.
Yeah.
He's a great catcher. He's got a lot of talent, no doubt about it. I think he just had an off game.
Yeah, I think he'll be better in the future. I think that was a good learning lesson for him.
Yep, absolutely. Let's see. So let's talk about the crucial pitch, Bryson. So deGrom had a crucial pitch with 2 outs. I think it was 2 balls and 1 strike. Oh no, it was 2-2, and he throws this beautiful pitch that just clips the plate. And what happens?
And the ump calls it a ball, and that's just ridiculous. He was right there, and you could even see it in deGrom's face. He was just there, just like.
You can tell he was visibly upset. So what does he do?
He lets up
himself.
a double.
Yes, he did. But he gathered himself, and he threw a pretty good pitch, but it turns out that it was ripped down the line for a double.
Yep. Not much you could do there as deGrom.
Yep, not much you could do there. So that got things going for the Sox.
Yeah, that's
deGrom,
definitely where the Red Sox started turning it on.
That's right. deGrom grinds until the 6th, and then in comes Lugo in the 7th inning, and he gives a leadoff home run.
Yeah, well,
Very un-Lugo-like,
that is very un-Lugo-like.
right?
But the good news is he really recovered that inning, and I think he learned from his mistake, and he ended up finishing the inning with no other earned runs.
Absolutely. And you know what? He's human. He's going to give up a home run here and there. So that was the here one. Hopefully the there one will be in a month or 2. Okay. So then we've got Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson comes in, doesn't pitch very well, 3 runs scored against him, and honestly, I feel like this one is on Luis Rojas, because he definitely should have not have kept him in. He should have just been out by then.
Yeah,
Put
he
in
should have
someone
taken
like
him out
Betances.
sooner. Hindsight's always 20/20. He wants to give these guys confidence. He wants them to get their work in and get them going. I can see how he would leave him in there a little bit longer. Turns out to not be the right decision. Wilson just had an off day.
Yeah. And then Betances came in, and
Familia.
yeah,
And they get the job done.
they get it done, but
Betances gets Wilson out of a jam,
yeah.
right?
And then we get to the bottom of the ninth.
Bottom of the ninth.
So in the bottom of the ninth, Gimenez.
Yep.
Yeah, in the bottom of the ninth, it was just one out, Cespedes, bases loaded, and he really just couldn't get anything done. You want to explain more about that?
Absolutely. The Mets left a total of 11 runners on base this night. They grounded into 3 double plays. Ugh! How many times have we experienced this where they start hitting, but they just can't get it done. They can't capitalize. They really need to work on that. They need to work on their pressure hitting. They need to work on moving people off. They need to work on hit and runs, stealing, things like that. We need to open the bases up because 3 double plays is just too much. You're giving up a lot of runs right there.
On the bright side, Gimenez had his first 2 hits of his career, and he looked very good out there. Those were 2 solid hits.
This kid looks good. You know, he's 5'11", 160 pounds. He's not a big guy. He's a rookie. He's 21 years old. But, man, this kid plays with some energy. He's got a great swing. He went 2 for 4, I believe. He had 2 hits, let's put it that way. And one of them was a very timely hit. It was a double, and it scored a run and started to get things going for the Mets. I like this kid, and he's fast.
So then at the end of the game, Cano is up, and it's 2 outs, bases loaded, and we didn't know what to expect, and we were all a little shaky. And then Cano, he blew up the shot over short, but luckily, or unluckily, the shortstop caught it, and it ended the game, which it's just so hard to see bases loaded and nothing for it, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole thing was, I can't remember how they got the first out, but Cespedes was up with 1 out. The bases were jammed. They played his song. He came out. He looks good. But you know what? He's a selective hitter. He can hit for average, and he knows what he likes. I think that the count was a full count, and the pitcher just what's his name? Workman.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Workman threw like the Lord Charles of curveballs. I haven't seen a curveball like that since Dwight Gooden. I mean, the bottom dropped out from underneath this thing, and Cespedes was just nowhere near it. Struck him out. Now we've got 2 outs, bases loaded. And like Bryson said, Cano looped 1 out. Looked like it could have dropped in, but somebody was there, and that ends the game.
Yeah, Workman really pitched himself out of a jam that game.
That's right.
I have to say.
Yeah, he's a seasoned veteran, and I'll tell you what, that pitch was just, I'll never forget it.
It was
just a
nasty.
phenomenal pitch. So the Mets are now at 500, tied with the Braves for the number 2 spot. Marlins at number 1.
Yeah, no one would have expected that, but they haven't played many games yet.
They haven't. They got hit hard by the pandemic, as we all know. 18 players testing positive. Wow. A good thing that we have special rules this year for COVID-19, and that they have a 60-player pool that they can pull players from to make it right.
Yep.
There is going to be a period of time where we're all trying to see what's going on with the team and how it affected the Phillies playing against them, but I suspect that none of the Phillies caught it from them, and I think that this kind of thing is going to happen. We're going to have our flare-ups, and they're just going to have to be quarantined, and other players are going to have to step up for them.
Yeah, I think this season may be a little rocky, but hopefully we'll get through it.
Yeah, I think we will.
Well, that's about all we have today.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us
Here at the Mets Garage.
My name's Bryson,
My name's Mike.
and this is the Mets Garage.